So in the last screen, we introduced the concept of a line chart. And a line chart is probably the most common financial chart that you will run into. It represents a single point of price and a single point of time, and the periods can be anything from minutes to hours to months. It doesn't really matter. All we know is we get a single line representative of a price at a certain point of time. And these types of charts are useful because they can convey basic trends, they can show us support and resistance levels, they can show us some patterns. For example, we can see a trend here. There's a downtrend. We're setting these consistent lower highs and lower lows, so we know we're in a downtrend. We can see that there are support and resistance levels where we turned around down here. We hit a resistance and pulled back from it. And we can see that there are indeed patterns. We get a nice EQ building here. We break that level of key support and then continue a downtrend. So there's a lot of information you can get from a line chart, but primarily they are simple means to show simple prices over time. For trading, they are not particularly useful, and we can get more data out of bar charts and candlestick charts. So let's look at a bar chart. A bar chart expands on the concept of the line chart by presenting a few more pieces of information. First of all, each of these lines is representative of a single period of time. It can be a 5-minute period, it can be an hour, it can be a month. Whatever period you're looking at, if it's a daily chart, 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, that tells you that each bar represents X amount of time. There are segmented periods that show you the price action in a given range over a given time. Now, what's cool about bar charts is they show you the price at the beginning, the price at the end, and the full range of the price during that time period. So in the very first example, we can see that the price started right where my cursor is. We entered the bar. We dropped down to our low. We got all the way up to the high point before pulling back slightly. And at the end of that period, we ended the price at this point, started the next price at this point. Generally, these will line up with each other, but in the case of markets, like the regular stock market, if it ends at 4 o'clock, sometimes the price can open at a different price than it closed on the previous day. So we can have a closing price and an opening price in the next candle that don't necessarily line up. Just like line charts, these prices can convey trends. So we can see we're in a downtrend on this chart. We see support and resistance levels. We can see patterns. It's a very nice representation that expands on the line chart by having the entry, the exit, and the high and the low. Another way to show this information is through the candlestick chart. And the candlestick chart is the most common chart that we are going to use throughout almost all of our trading. It is a very visually appealing representation of price data, just like bar charts. Each candle, as we call them, or bar here, represents a segmented period of time. Again, it can be 5 minutes, it could be an hour. It doesn't really matter. This is 5 minutes, this is 5 minutes. Whatever time period we are in, that single candlestick represents the totality of all price action in that given time period. Just like a bar chart, it shows you the opening price and the closing price, the high and the low. On a green candlestick, you see the opening price on the bottom, the closing price on the top. On a red, it's just the opposite. We have the opening price on the top and the closing price on the bottom. The full range is shown by these two lines. These are called the wicks on the upper and bottom of the candlestick. And candlestick charts are amazing because they represent psychological markers that are happening in the market. We can use them to quickly identify trends and support and resistances, just like we can do with our bar charts, but we also have the ability to see underlying psychological markers inside a candlestick. For example, we see a small body in this green candlestick with a long lower wick, which shows us a big bear attack. This is called a hanging man candlestick. It is representative of a reversal. On the next candlestick, we see an upper and lower wick, which indicates indecision, and we have a reversal signal followed by our indecision signal that results in a change of the trend. These are one of the many ways that we can use candlesticks and candlestick charts to inform our technical analysis and our analysis of the overall market. So incredibly valuable, a great way to read the market, and we will be using candlestick charts for almost all of our courses from this point forward.